Warning. The following video contains scenes of brutal, violent, sexual, gory truth that is not recommended for the faint-hearted like Amber Heard. You may proceed at your own risk. However, I hereby disclaim that I will not be liable for any injuries sustained to your ego. While Johnny Depp and his law team is busy discussing and intensively analyzing the defamation case of the trial, this is how Amber Heard and Elaine Bredehoftses rehearse for their acting. And this is why Bond should be a complimentary perk for every game these days to expose lies. Then, the first Elaine went down faster than Amber Heard's career going downhill. We then witnessed the other Elaine getting chased by the nurse, aka Sally, in front of the other Elaine. So Steve goes to do some gen, but doing the green glyph is more important. So he goes to commune with the green glyph as though he's summoning a portal to the upside down to clear Eddie's name from being a murderer. While the Elaine is still getting chased in front of her helpless Elaine. Then we embark on a secret mission with a fellow Elaine to try to save this pathetic Elaine that has been slacking on the ground for an eternity. Objection! Sally exclaimed just as she sent the same Elaine on the ground again. The other Elaine is insistent about saving her fellow Elaine's career, but Sally slices her, displaying no mercy, just as how Camille slaughters Elaine's client in the court. Seems to me that the Elaine is destined to stay down. Probably a foreshadowing moment about how the community wants her and her to stay down forever. Then Steve saves this Elaine off the hook, just as Sally headed back quickly to the other Elaine to try and secure her dinner. Bruce Campbell tries to help Elaine, but Elaine went down faster than Amber Heard's mood swing. Steve abandons Elaine as he recognized the importance of helping out his teammate, unlike Elaine's narcissistic client, taking a hit while distracting the killer from his team. So Steve goes to the side to nurse himself back to health, while watching her fellow Elaine shining a flashlight on Sally, like how justice shed light to Heard's ignorant lies of being a victim of domestic violence to the world and the jury. But no amount of light will ever suffice for the darkness of her lies, not even with the power of the sun.
The power of the sun.
That went dark real quick. Sally is so overconfident about having the other Elaine under her watch, just as how Elaine is so overconfident about winning the case. However, like how the case turned out, Sally's overconfidence has brought upon her own demise, just as the flashlight serves as a deception for her fellow Elaine to recover in time by Bruce Campbell. Then, that Elaine went down just like her reputation's downfall after the court case. Then, the irritated nurse decided to chase Steve Harrington because she has no one else to blame on her incompetency to capture the Elaines. So, she puts the blame on Steve just like how Elaine tried to push the blame on Johnny Depp for her failures. And since Steve Harrington has a tendency to play a hero like volunteering himself to enter the portal of the Upside Down, and the sight of his hairy chest aggravates Sally even further. So, she slices Steve like how Amber severed Johnny Depp's finger.
As if something were dripping down my hand, you know. And then I looked down and realized that the tip of my finger had been severed.
But on a serious note, why is it that Steve Harrington is always the one getting chased when there are literally 3 other survivors to kill over there? Steve's attempt to distract Sally away from the team proves to be effective, just as the team finally recovered back to health after an eternity.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Steve is understandably irritated by the fact that nothing has been done to save Bruce Campbell. But sometimes, the best way to do something is to do nothing, because you may fail to deliver your promises since you didn't bring along borrowed time to guarantee his safety. Just like how Amber failed to deliver the pledge sum to the charity. You may resort to blaming on everyone else, so we betray Bruce Campbell by blocking him from his vault. Then, blame on DHVR for not making a window that's large enough for 2 players, and how it is the killer's fault for tunneling your teammate. What's the similarity between Elaine and the Magheads? Answer: they always pretend like they are doing something useful. Objection! I call for a hearsay. As we can see right now, the Bond perk has clearly revealed the Elaines to be working on the generator synchronously, just as Bruce Campbell is getting chased to death by the nurse. And once again, we have Steve and the 2 Elaines. Out of 30 options, the nurse simply got to choose Steve out of all possibilities. Oh, I forgot. It's the gate that gave us away. I guess sometimes it's better to be an Elaine. Being an honest hero won't get you far in life, so being an Elaine is the way of life. Elaine is love. Elaine is life. It is every man's dream to marry a true Elaine, so that she will risk her career to help you rehearse with Red Z standard method acting on how to lie to your parents to gain your inheritance to you. Objection! I call for a hearsay. Elaine only protects the victims of domestic violence, not family conspiracies. Many players play like a true Elaine, especially when your MMR has dropped below negative. From the scale of Elaine to Amber, an Amber MMR will get you to where the Elaines play because you spend more time to save and protect your teammates more than you secure your own survival. Steve then rubs his own nipples as a form of foreplay before anticipating some kinky moments with Sally, just like every man's deep dark fantasy. Maybe he'll roleplay as the role of a doctor while she continues to play as his nurse, commanding her at his own will to pleasure daddy at the surgeon's table with something exciting and kinky while he gets blindfolded like her. Perhaps things like munching on burritos dipped in hot sauce by his years in mukbang style. However, just like every introverted nerd boy's dreams, things never happen every time you walk across your crush as she passes you by across the hallway, because she's too busy with her life to notice about your existence while you lack the courage to speak to her, shattering every fantasy that you have about spending time with your crush with reality. So you proceed to unlock the gate to escape from reality, but then she started to notice you only after you decided to move on with life, and thus concludes the game. Thank you for watching. Please consider a like or subscribe if you enjoyed the content in this video. More of such contents coming soon. Bye.